don't design any birthday flyer without watching this video. So if you look at these designs on your screen, you will realize that one thing that all of them have in common is beautiful backgrounds, beautiful text, and beautiful images, well-enhanced images. You can see that it is very clear to the eye. So if your birthday flyers always look empty, too busy, or somehow just looking cheap, the problem might not be your font or your picture, it might be your background. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I create a birthday flyer background that makes the entire design look better and beautiful before I even add any text or the celebrant's picture. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe now and let us grow it together. So like I said, we're going to design a perfect birthday flyer from scratch, but instead of rushing through the entire design in one video, I'm going to break down the most important parts separately. We'll talk about the background, the font, the image, and eventually how everything comes together into one professional birthday flyer design. So the first thing you need to do when designing a birthday flyer is, number one, don't start with the background. Now, here is something I want you to understand before jumping into CorelDRAW, Photoshop, or Illustrator, or any design tool at all that you use. Don't start by randomly picking a nice background. The first thing you should ask yourself is, who is this flyer for? Is it for a child? Is it for young adults? Is it for 40th birthday, a nightclub style birthday celebration or something? You need to know the person you're designing for, because the background has to communicate the personality of the celebration. This is important because the design should be based on the audience and purpose, not simply because as a designer you like a certain background. You understand? Number two is choose your color direction. The next thing I want to establish is my color direction. And I'm not going to pick 10 different colors because I want the background to be colorful. I normally start with one dominant color and then build supporting colors around it. For example, if I'm designing a luxury birthday flyer, I might start with a deep black or burgundy background and introduce a gold accent, right? If it's something more youthful, I might use purple, pink, blue, with gradients and glowing elements. However, the most important way that you should use a color in your design is by matching the celebrant's outfit. What color is the celebrant wearing? What color is her clothes? Is the person's clothes? If the color of the celebrant's clothes is green, you have to use a deep green as your background. If it is blue, you have to use a dark blue. If it's orange, you have to use a dark orange. The most important thing here is that your color palette should already give me an idea of what kind of birthday celebration flyer you're doing. You understand now? Don't forget this. Use the background that matches the celebrant's outfit. With that, you will never go wrong. And number three is create depth. This is where you can start demonstrating your actual design process. Now let's make the background more interesting. A common mistake beginners make is putting one solid color on the page and calling it a background. There is nothing wrong with a solid background, but if we are trying to create something visually interesting, we have to introduce depth. You understand? So your depth is your base color. You start with the main background, right? Then you add gradients to it. So after the gradients, the next thing you should add is a light source, right? Introduce a light source. This could be a soft glow, all those glow effects that you see, or flare lens, right? Add it from behind where you want to put the picture of the celebrant, a little flare lens just to make it pop, right? And then dark areas. I will also darken some areas in the background to create contrast. You understand? It will prevent the entire design from looking flat. And then you can add textures to it. Add a little textures to it, right? You will notice that I'm not adding this because they look cool. Every element has a job. They have a purpose that they serve. You understand? So number four is design around the image. Just like I told you in the very beginning that you should let your background matches the color of the celebrant's clothes, right? This is very, very important for birthday flyers. Now, here is what many designers get wrong, right? They create a beautiful background first, then try to squeeze the celebrant's picture into whatever space that is left, right? I don't work like that. I already know that the celebrant image is going to be one of the major focal points on the flyer. So I'm going to create enough visual space for that image, like a flare lens at the back, the space that will make it pop. You understand? So your image does not have to fight with the background for it to show, right? So rather, the background should support the image, not compete with it. Number five is add decorative elements. So after you've done everything that I've mentioned, now we can start adding some decorative elements to it. You can add something like confetti, like balloons, like stars, like ribbons, abstract shapes, right? Light streaks. That's what you use to decorate it, to make it pop a little more. And please don't go crazy here. For some of you, you add too many light effects to your design, and at the end of the day, it makes it look like a joke or something. Just because you have 50 light effects does not mean you need to use all 50. The goal is to create atmosphere, not noise. So sometimes the best thing you can do to a design is to delete something. When you're done, try and make sure that you check very well if no element is too much. Anyone that is too much, reduce it or delete it. You understand? Reduce or delete it. And number 6 is create space for typography. Before you say you are done with any background, there's one more thing you need to consider, and that is typography. Where is the happy birthday headline going to be? Where is the celebrant's name going to be? Where will the date and other information sit? You understand? You have to create backgrounds that blend from the bottom to the celebrant's image and add those things there. You understand? You don't want to put your text over a background that is fighting with it, right? If the background is too busy, even the best font in the world won't save you. So make sure that the background is well blended. Use a darker shade of the color you're using. Blend it over on the celebrant image and then put your text there. So number 7 is the final background. You notice that I didn't ask you to just throw random colors around, glow text effects and all of that. I'm telling you to create a visual environment for your flyer to breathe. First of all, you establish the color, you create depth, you create focal area for your image to breathe, create a breathing room for your typography, and then the most important part, everything has a purpose. You understand? And that is the secret to creating a great birthday flyer background. So don't design background to look just beautiful by itself. Design it to make everything else look better. So in the next part, we'll be discussing something that completely make a background design look more beautiful, and that is choosing a perfect font and creating the typography for a birthday flyer. If you enjoy this one, subscribe to ZeroBox Studios, and I will see you in the next tutorial.